We're not a Muslim country, we're a Christian society.
Before you're a Christian society, you were a pagan society, and the pagan society was run by all the pagans there, which were the local people in South Africa, in Australia, New Zealand, North America, South America, and even India. And what happened is that the Christians came over and destroyed all the culture, and they killed the locals, they hunted them, they changed their lifestyles. And so if you don't like Muslims coming to your country and changing what you want, then why is it okay for you to go to those countries you now live in and destroy and change the ideologies of the people that lived there before you and at this moment in time?
End of story. You know, dare you come over here espousing your Islamic bullshit to us.
But didn't you go over and espouse Christian bullshit when you went and dropped loads of bombs onto Afghanistan, onto Iraq, Syria and Lebanon? Didn't you kill 250,000 people in Iraq? Didn't you do that because they are Muslim and we are Christian? Is it not an extension of the Crusades?
If you want to do that, you go and live in a Muslim country.
But if you want to be a Christian, why don't you live in a Christian country? Because Australia is not a Christian country. It's an indigenous country, just as England is an indigenous country, just as North and South America are indigenous countries. If you want a Christian country, then go to where Christianity came from, which is Israel.
Oh, because I don't want you there. That's why you've come over here.
Well, you're right, actually. Israel doesn't want Christians there. It wants to be a Jewish state. And that's probably one of the biggest problems in the world, which is causing all the refugees and the problems that you've got, because Christians can't go back to the place that they should be living.
And you're just spoiling our beautiful land and our beautiful country.
But didn't you spoil the land and the country when you started raping and pillaging it of its resources? Didn't you take all of the coal out of the country and sell it to China and not give it to the local people? Did you not use the fracking and destroy all the water? Did you not do all the mining and put all the mercury into the rivers and kill all the fish? Didn't you not rape the land that it is that you're on? Is that not destruction? Is that not destroying a beautiful country? Because that's what Christians do. It's not what pagans do. It's not what locals do. It's not what shamans do.
And our wonderful way of life. Yes, we've got
a wonderful way of life, paying taxes by raping and pillaging the country and not giving any of those taxes to the locals, and then using those taxes to go and bomb other countries. And then those countries go to your country and then they're trying to change your ideologies because you tried to change their ideologies, and now you want to kick them out. And that's a beautiful country. Okay, that's a beautiful way of life. Okay.
Problems, of course we have, like anywhere else.
But you are sort of the problem, aren't you? Because it is the Christian ideology which is the problem. It is the Christian ideology that went into other countries and tried to destroy everything, all the culture. It is the culture that they tried to destroy by putting all the children into boarding houses, by shaving their heads, by taking away their culture. It is the Christian ideology that killed them, that made mass graves. Isn't that not one of the problems?
Don't you dare come over here and start to criticise. Fuck you.
But aren't you criticising them once you went to their country and bombed their country?
Fuck off. That ship...
Isn't that what they're telling you to do?
Still awaits you down there on the bloody south coast.
But isn't that ship for you? Don't you think the locals in the country that you're in actually want you to be in that ship?
Great big one. It'll take you to where I don't give a fuck, in the middle of the fucking Atlantic.
That's probably the sentiment of the locals in the country that you're living in.
Disgusting people.
But who's disgusting, you or the Muslims? Because what you're accusing the Muslims of is what the locals in the country are accusing you of, but you've done a lot worse than what the Muslims have done. So I'm not quite sure I follow your logic.